What's up, everybody? Let's sign just a moment. Second tap. Give me a moment, lads. Alright, let's get cracking. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys doing well. So, this is episode 6 of Dainks Corner. This is kind of mad, though, if you ask me. That means we've done it 6 weeks. Jeez, it's gone quick, though, I gotta say. So, it's been good. It's been good. So, episode 6, new month. Same Bitcoin, isn't it? Right? Nothing's really changed. Really, it's new month, same chop, isn't it? Bit of a chop over the weekend, really, since the beginning of the month, but we'll mark up plans going forward, X, Y, and Z, looking at the weekly outlook, looking at, I'm going to go through a variety of things, like bullish plans, bearish plans, you know, like where we're wrong and stuff like that. What else are we going to look at? We're going to look at Ethereum, of course, look at ETHBTC, what's that saying, and I also want to look at BNB. I did tweet about BNB, regarding about, like, you know, this could go to $140 and $40, so I spoke about it a few times, I think twice or so, or some shit like that. Fucking phone's going off on mad one. Let me put this down. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see what goes on with BNB. If it sets up, the plan sets up. There is a hard invalidation to take a short right now. But I like to tighten my stop. I like to have a better entry. So, even my Telegram on the thingy on the page is actually going mad. But yeah, I like to have a really tighter entry, and we're gonna look for a tighter entry if it comes, which means that it's gonna be like Bitcoin and Ethereum is gonna be more of a bullish play. But we'll play it level to level, see what happens. If the short happens, the short happens. If it's a long, it's a long. Okay. So before we kick off, I just wanna say, you know, shout out to all of you guys, man. I mean, we got 16 people in the chat. Smash up the likes. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. If this is the first time. If it's the first time you've joined in, I think the guys will tell you, like, they've improved their trading ability and whatnot. I'm getting, by God's blessing, really, I'm getting a lot of people actually tweeting me, sending me DMs on Twitter in regards to how they've really, you know, I've helped them improve them. And you know what, like, don't say that I've done it for you, I've helped you. It's not I haven't done nothing. You guys have done the work, right? So if you are more profitable through this channel, just, you know, like, all I ask you, if you actually want to thank me, just pray for me, man. Pray for good health, success for, you know, for my family, that, like, my family is well looked after. I don't really give a shit about myself, as long as I'm breathing, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so thank you so much, though. There's a lot of love from you guys, and I really appreciate this. Want to give a quick shout out to all these guys out here. We've got Essan here, gang, yeah. We've got Mahir. Yeah, I'm all here, man. Jay's, I love Jay. Jay's always here. He's a common guy. Who else we got? We got Mike. Evening to you guys. Evening, Mahir. And you know, good weekend, I gotta say. To be honest, I've got some renovation going on at home. That's why the show has been a bit late than usual. So I'm just knocking out the chimney breast, and it's freaking out. I'm a little bit smashed, but I'm not gonna let you down, right? So I'm here. Who else? We got Right Way. Khalil's here as well. Good to see you guys. Walaikum salam, Khalil. Jay is looking for short at 20k flat. Ugh, dude, we're gonna make out the plans. Cryptique's here as well. Good to have you here, man. Really appreciate that. Jay's the GOAT. Jay's a freaking legend. Honestly, Jay's a legend. I love each and every one of you guys. So thank you so much for actually, you know, attending the show. Right, so let's get cracking. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna actually look at Bitcoin in terms of a macro scale view. I mean, it's a lot of lines. We're gonna narrow it down and whatnot. It does look a bit messy. We're gonna try and neaten it all up and whatnot. And yeah, we'll work it out. Do a bit of a recap. I have entered the short on Ethereum BTC. I am underwater. That is true. I am underwater. I'm at loss, but I have my validation, and I'll explain it to you all in, well, now let's do it. So what it is, okay, let's just start from, so the quarterly play, let's start the quarterly play. Actually, no, fuck it. It's a new month. We're doing the outlook, right? We're gonna do a nice clean look, okay? Let's have a look at all this. Before I do that, I am actually gonna bring up a pen tool that I was actually, Goku-san told me, and it was, shout out to Goku-san on Twitter, and shout out to another brethren. I forgot his name now. Is it Tayeb? No, Nabil's the one. He's the legend that actually told me about this, right? So let's just have a look at the a macro view, and we work our way down X, Y, and Z. You know how the deal is. Okay, so as you can see right now, right, we've taken out last year's low. The yearly looks fucking shit, man. It looks terrible. Taking out last year's low, were come off the we're around 2017's high. Oh, good. But really, we're in this macro range here. This is 2020's range, right? So, like, me personally, I probably would actually start doing a little cheeky range bound environment here, right? So, just to have a look, right? Oh, fuck off. It's going to be messed like that. It's a BTC USD. Coinbase. No. So we got Binance trading view. There we go. There we go. There we go. No, I got some marketing shit on there. Sorry about this, lads. Cool. This will do. This will do. Let's just delete everything and remove all drawings, and let's start a fresh chart, and we can see what's going on. All right, cool. So I was saying that we're in like well, you can start saying like, yeah, we're in this range here, right? Because we're in this candle now. The low comes in at what? 3858. Fuck it now. Shit. 3858. Okay. Oops. 3858. And point anything? No. They're done for you. 58. Okay, cool. So we can already see the mid range on this level, right, is 16.5k. Let's go to 16.6k. We haven't even retested the mid range. Question is now is this, right? Do we go back up to the range high and then break down and then come back over here, and then this will be a trigger distribution on this area, and off we go to 16.5, and then make our way a bit lower. I don't think 13 that 4k marker will come. I think there's areas to bounce, but we play level to level. The first thing is looking at 16.6k. Do we do that? Do we come back to 29k and then come down to 16.6, or do we start going down? And then come to the mid range, and then you see this here, right? See this level here. Let me just put a rectangle there, a line. You see this level here? Fucking prick. There we go. You see that level here? You can clearly see, right? Let me just remove all this shit off. There's some shit. Fuck. Rubber. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's it. You see this level here? I'm getting a little pissed off now. Sorry about that. Alright. So resistance, 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 smash out. So ideally, right, from a macro view, it looks like we can actually retest off this area. And what is this area? That's the question. This area comes in around probably like 13k, probably 14k. So that's the area that that we're looking for, right? And then the thing is, do we come down here, hold above it, above the mid range, and then we start playing level to level? This here will be your trigger. That's your long. Stop loss over here. Off we go. Let's go there, and we'll see if do we break out and go up higher, or do we range bound and come back lower, right? So that's one way we're looking at it, right? From a yearly perspective, right? So that's cool. We're all good. Everyone makes sense. Cool. I hope so. What's everyone saying? Right, we say I'm learning from you, bro. But if you add some explanation while marking levels, it will help a lot. All right. So so explanation like in terms of this level here. That's literally just to open. This area here was the close of the year. And you can see, as I explained it to you as well, this level here, resistance, 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 smash above, okay? So it's like an SR there. We can easily say if that's identified as an SR, it's an SR, right? Which means that price goes up, has a retest, okay? That's what it is, nothing else, right? That's from a macro view, looking at the yearly. I mean, it could happen this year, it could happen next year, or who knows? Like I said, we're playing in this range here, and that's one thing we gotta focus. Does that make sense there? Yeah. So yeah, Jay's the GOAT, blah, blah. Everyone's saying Jay's the GOAT, man. Jay is a freaking GOAT, isn't it? If everyone's recognizing you, bro. Evening, Derry, good to have you here. David, evening to you. New here, that's all good, man. Don't worry. Any questions, you know what it is. Ask your questions, leave your comments below. I will be more than happy to answer as well. I do have, for those who don't know, I do have Dainks Daily Trade. What tends to happen is like on a Monday to Friday, I do, this is at the bottom, you see it, streaming every Monday to Friday. I look for day trades, scalp trades, the lot, alright, on the Monday to Friday, we just kill the whole week. And on a Sunday, what we do an outlook, a bit more nice and easy so everyone can chill out, make a cup of coffee, and smoke up and get drunk or whatever. Yeah, so everyone's saying that it's soaking up all the knowledge. Y'all have helped me flip 125 to 633. Wow, 125 to 633. That's a very good number. Congratulations, bro. Mike, round of applause to you. I'm really happy to hear that as well. So blank K. Just chilling, man. Just doing this thingy, doing this what you call it, man. And same with you, Dank. Hope you guys all doing well. Elizabeth's in the chat as well. Amar's here. Evening. Damn, we got the fucking gang now, right? So let's go. All right, so that's one thing. That's a macro view there in terms of the range band play of 2020. Okay. Now the second thing is, right. So if we go on the 3 months play, right, on the quarterly, we can see the quarter's closed, right. So it's a new quarter. We got this range band play here. Same thing, like I was saying. This bit here to be come down. Don't like this pen. To be come down, hold above it, nothing's changed, right? But ideally, I want this level to be tagged because you see this area here. All this is just too much of a fast move on the quarterly. So, and there's another thing as well. People are saying like, oh yeah, BTC can't go to 20k, blah blah, X, Y, and Z. Yeah, we did do it. But you also have to remember one thing as a learning curve is that when you see a fast move up, you also get a fast move down. Or what could happen is this fast move up and then more of a chop distribution, right? So take out this high there, break down, take out this retest, and now it's making lower high. So that's the high, right? And that's the lower high, and that's now, oops, that's wrong, lower low, and now that's lower high, and then we break down, retest off this range, and we start going a lot more lower, and now we're saying lower low, lower high, lower low. Make sense? So that's one thing as well. So that's the way that price can always just move, coming back to retrace this whole movement here. See this whole movement there? And all we've done it, we can slow it down. Now, there's two things you got to be aware. Okay, so the first thing obviously is a fast move. So when you see the fast move, you want to see something like this kind of play. See if you get a stop loss. If not, your confirmation would be the moment we break down, find resistance. This is your confirmation. So let me just draw this out. Control Y. So let's just say this is that. The confirmation, even if it does a fast move up and it comes back down, and it has a bounce over here and it goes back up or whatever, your confirmation is the moment we break down this level here, because that's the low. Confirmation there, off we go. Let's go a lot more lower, trying to fill out all this gap, because this is just too much of a fast move. It's a scam. You know them pump and dumps? That's it. It's a fucking pump and dump. Bitcoin there shows me it's a fucking pump and dump. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? I love Bitcoin. I'm a big fan of it, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that Bitcoin will replace the dollar, because if it did, we wouldn't be at 20k. So that's, you can argue with me as much as you want. If you got anyone has a different opinion, by all means, explain to me why you think Bitcoin will do it. But I don't think we're gonna do it anytime soon. Maybe not in our lifetime. Who knows? We got a lot of halvings to do. I think the halving ends at 2100, whatever. I don't know what the fucking year is. Fucking, I'll be dust man by then, right? I mean, you know when they say the joke here, like your mom's so old, is that like your mom's so old? I'm trying to milk her titties, just dust came out. It's the same shit, innit? I'll be probably like that. So that's the first thing, right? So you can see this first move up, and then we start getting chop, right? So that's the initial high there, and you can see here, just relating it. I know this is more of a weekly and whatever, but just relating it there, you can see that high is pretty much the same shit that happened there. And then once we got the low was this. That's your confirmation to go lower, so we can try and retrace all this move. That's why the bearish move is to go down to 16k. So you know when people are saying, oh yeah, 12k, 9k, 2k, your mom's k, whatever they're saying, right? You've got to work it level to level. The whole purpose of trading, right, is to play the way the market is showing. You can't play the game unless you have respect for the market. Okay, that's the fuck this. Let me put this back up. Yeah, I think everyone needs to pay attention. You can't play the game if you're thinking that you're gonna make 100x, because fucking hell, you're gonna make a minus 100x. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Because it's clearly showing that it's bear market. So people are saying, right, and I was looking for I was looking to go back to 28k. January was 26, 28k. I was looking for a bounce for like this. This is gonna be like the scam pump, the exit pump, whatever you want to call it. But it never showed it to us. It's just showing weakness, like nasty weakness. The quarterly is closed, right? And I know like people are looking at the 4th of July, and if you're from America, happy 4th of July tomorrow. Wish you the best. I hope you have a lovely day. Stay safe. But will it pump Bitcoin because of one holiday? You know, what about Easter? I think Easter is much more important across the world. It's a Christian belief, Christian holiday. Didn't pump the thingy. Didn't pump Bitcoin. Thanksgiving dumped the fucking market. You gonna tell me 4th of July is gonna pump the market? You fucking mad? The fucking Americans, right, in New York, they can't push the price up, right? They're range bounding and whatever, but Asia's doing the fucking job. Fucking Chinese New Year. Bloody hell, man. The tigers. That's the funny thing. I had a friend of mine who told me, like, it was a Chinese brother, and he was saying to me the beginning of the year, actually before the year, he goes, bro, if I was you, I'd just cut all the trades and that's it. That's the end of it. I go, why? He goes, it's the year of the dragon. I go, what kind of fucking nonsense are you telling me? He goes, yeah, it's the year of the fucking dragon. It's bad, just short. I go, dude, I don't know what kind of superstition you follow, but I'm just gonna play the market as it comes. He was fucking right though. Yeah, the dragon. So next 12 years down the line, you get the dragon, fucking short it, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna mess about the Chinese, man. They're fucking smart as fuck. Everything's made from China. My fucking camera and everything is from China. I'm probably made from China. I don't know. But yeah, so so that's the play we're talking about. So that's the macro view. Let's get back to the fucking focus. I am actually losing the plot. Everyone's just going mad over here. Shit. Dainks is saying he got stopped out on ETH short again. Can't seem to win a dollar lady. You know what? Honestly, it's the yearly open. I said this on Friday. On the yearly open, be very careful. Just look at the play. Just wait for a play. There's no harm in being patient and that's why when I entered, I had a wide stop. I'll talk about it in a bit. And so it's yearly open. Monthly open and quarterly open. Whew, fucking hell, man! It's burning your fucking asshole. I'm at a loss right now. I mean, I was half thinking should I cut the fucking trade because like the weekly open and stuff like that, we can get a pump and then stop me out, blah blah. I'm like, no, you know what? You got a game plan. Stick to your fucking game plan. If you get stopped out, wait for it and then see what happens. Yeah, everyone's going mad. So Mike is asking, that's a good question actually. Mike is asking for the thanks for the shout. You're welcome, my brother. Should I move my profits to USDT or USDC and why? What's the difference? That's a tricky question, There's a FUD on USDT, there's a FUD on USDC, right? That's what it is, that's the fact is, right? About what's backed up. I don't know the story about this very well, so I can't really say. But me personally, I have all my profits in USDT. I trade on USDT. I don't hold Bitcoin. I don't hold Ethereum at the moment, honestly. I'm holding shit coins, going down, fucking shit coins. But at the same time, when I take a trade, I hold the USDT. So what I do is, like, look, there's two things, right? Number one is, let me go back to bigness as well. So yeah, number one, this is actually quite important for you guys as well. So there's two things, right? Number one, what I tend to do is like, for example, if I'm building my account and I've got $1,000, and my target is like, for example, I want to build it up to $30,000, right? And in my head, I'm like, at $30,000, I make this amount of R's, blah blah, and then I'll make profit, and I take the profit to pay myself. What I would say, start taking profit and pay yourself a little bit, slowly, and build the account slowly, right? If we're gonna have a fast move, a very very sharp move, we can compound on the way down, or we can make some mad gains. Look at Luna. Someone actually posted about Luna, and they talked about how they, and they showed it was all legit. $300. They had a stop loss of $300. That's how much they were risked. 600k. I'm not saying that's going to come all the time, but there's a possibility. So what I would say is just whichever you do, it's not a problem. There's a FUD on both of them, in USDT and USDC. It's always going to be like that. I do believe they're going to hold. In my opinion, that's my honest opinion. I'd rather hold USDT over BTC. Reason being is a stable coin. Like it's a coin that's worth $1. Well, there's a fluctuation, blah blah, but it stays within that dollar, or maybe 99 cents, probably 95. Doesn't really fucking matter. End of the day, it's much more stable than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, if you hold Bitcoin, man, like fucking at 60k, ugh, not very nice. That's my point. That's my take, to be honest. But everyone has their opinion and whatnot as well. Well, yeah, Maya says, yeah, the dragon, shut the fucking up, everything. Yeah, true. That's fucking true, man. Fucking, yeah, the dragon. No. It's the tiger, bruv. Dragon. Yeah, the tiger. Yeah, the tiger, man. Fucking, yeah. Do you remember, did you guys actually see the Elon tweet at the beginning of the year? Like, no, the Chinese New Year of the tiger and the flicking the balls. That was a sign, though. That's a fucking sign. Chinese Kim K. Dude, you know what? Elizabeth said that when I was young. I'm gonna open up a bit of stupidity about me, right? So when I was young, I had a thing for Japanese chicks, you know. I thought they were hot. I still think so. Japanese, Chinese. I think the Asian girls are pretty hot in it. So, not hentai thing. I'm not into that. My name's not Israel Adesanya. Love to the guy. Well, you know, congratulations on winning yesterday. Good fight. He's a fucking phenomenal geezer. But yeah, but the thing is like but yeah, I really think Chinese chicks and Japanese chicks, Thai chicks. Careful with the Thai as well. Obviously. But yeah, I think they're pretty, man, in my opinion. So if you get a Chinese Kim Kardashian, fucking let's do it then, innit? So yeah, Jay's in here, man. Congratulations. I really love that, you know, to have you here. You did what? And then Hayden says, if Tether does hold its bear market for 3 years. Nah, I don't think 3 years. I think 2 years. 2 years, because the halving's going to come up in 2024. But let's get cracking now, because we're fucking losing the plot here. We're just getting sidetracked, and I hate when I do that. But yeah, oh, you saw the tiger tweet. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And Elon was a sign, man. So that's the monthly. So the quarterly. In the quarterly, also another thing was we take out all these lows here. Took all these lows, and the question is, do we take out this low or do we bounce off here? Well, this area here, if you go on the monthly, it makes a lot more sense. Discussed this a bit before, but I'm going to discuss it again because why not? It's always good to talk about it. So you see this area here from about, I'd say around this high here, this low here. I think it was about this low here actually, or around there, around this area here. You see that blue box? What do you call that? Does anyone know? Meta says deviation. So yeah, this is what we call a consolidation, alright? So if you guys remember my rules when it comes to playing a range band play, you got consolidation, you got breakout, retest, and you got expansion. Okay? These are the rules when it comes to playing any sort of ranges, right? So you look for the consolidation, which is this area here, as everyone can see. Then you look for the breakout. In the breakout, we'll try and get the retest, if the retest comes. Then after that, we'll look for the expansion and the expansion. And expansion is this, so we can do the same thing here. So probably not on the monthly, maybe on the weekly, you can see something. Yeah, so you can see it here. So, let me turn off my Telegram because it's fucking pissing me off a little bit, making these fucking stupid sounds like. Some people know that I'm streaming and instead of actually messaging me. Oh yeah, so where was I? So yeah, this is the consolidation, right? So that's one. We got the breakout, that's two. The retest never fucking came though. On the daily, it does show it. I believe it does show it on the daily, but you can say, I mean, like, this is the high there. So if I just draw this high there, that was all-time high, okay? And the thing is, when all-time high came, it broke out. We're looking for a retest potentially over here or maybe on here off this high itself, but it never gave it to us. It was on the daily or the 4 hours. It showed a minor retest over here in this area, and then break. And that's the expansion. And all this was expansion. So breakout. I think there was a retest over here and expansion. So, let me just properly breakout. There was a small retest over here on the 4 hours and expansion, and that was the move. And that was such a fast move. Now all we're doing is potentially coming back for a retest. You know what I'm saying? Why can't it? You can do that. You know, it's step back into this range. And it's also stepping back in. You can use 2020 range, or you can use this whole range high over here, and this range low here. And range low is about there. And that's the range. It's stepping into it. Look at where it is right now on the weekly. It's just below, it's just into the range itself. And if we start breaking down, for example, let's go target 1. And then target 2, and we'll see how it goes. This is fucked up. I know it is fucked up, but end of the day, I'd rather show it to you guys so you guys can see what's going on. Let me fucking close this off. Delete everything. Yeah, so you guys can know what's going on and play it. So you wouldn't be surprised, because that's the thing is you don't want to be caught with your fucking trousers down your ankles, right? Because you were expecting 29k because Jim Bob on Twitter, who's an influencer with like 500,000 followers, said Bitcoin's going long, and you want to long it because Jim Bob said it, innit? But the truth is, fuck Jim Bob. Jim Bob doesn't know shit. He made his money off private sales, and that's the truth, innit? Alright, there's nothing wrong with it. Like if you go to private sales is good for you, right? Because you built your way into as being an influencer, blah blah. Look, it's not my point to say, but if you don't know how to trade, you're not allowed an opinion. I think that's my take. If you don't know how to trade, you're not allowed an opinion. If you're the person that people are counter trading, you definitely don't have an opinion. You're not allowed to have an opinion. Shut the fuck up, right? Like, stick a fucking butt plug up your ass, man, because you're thick as fuck. But anyway, who gives a shit? What do I know? All right, I'm just a random man anyway. You know? So, second thing, weekly wise is look at the monthly. Monthly looks bad. It's still. Remember I talked about it in regards to the fast move up and then the fast move down. It's equal plays, man. It's like, I mean, look. Let's get this ruler up. So it's proportionate though. This move is proportionate. From that's the low. Fuck off. That's the low and that's the high. So the high is what? It's moved at 460%, right? And the dump, right, happened from there. Well, I can't measure that. It's 71% anyway. But like, yeah, I'm losing the plot. But you can see it's proportionate. All this move up there and all this move down, it's pretty much the same. So you can't get upset and or be hopeful. But who gives a shit? Let's look at what's going on the weekly anyway. What's everyone saying, man? Jay's entered a long. Interesting. We'll see how it goes actually. If I get stopped out on my short, then the truth is I'm happy to wait and see what happens, right? Market plans. So number one, right? So as you can see, the weekly looks weak. I mean, we've had straight down fucking down candles all the way down. Like this is like fucking horrible down candle, just fucking relentless, man. It's horrible. It's really been drastic. And that was another thing I want to say. When you get slow selling, like these chops, right? That's more dangerous than someone that does this bang, because it's going to be a fast move up. Alright, let me just bring it up on a clean white space, so otherwise you'll get some people who get confused, which is not a problem. And it doesn't look nice as well. Right? So when you got fast move up and then you got slow selling, this is slow selling. You see how the time has moved on? That's slow selling. Right? Price is showing little consolidation, breakdown, like breakdown and breakdown. It's just bearish, and then look, breakdown. It's just respecting these SR levels. These SR levels of resistance, a bit of chop there, resistance. You find support, you think like let's go long, but it finds resistance, bang, and off it goes, right? So that's dangerous to me, right? That's more dangerous because that means we're gonna go a lot more down, right? Compared to someone does. Let me bring this back up. How do I do that? No, I can't go back then apparently on this. No problem. Let me draw it. Bang, and then slow selling. Okay, SRs there, SRs there. That's another SR, and that's another SR. Okay, compared to this, go up, fast drop down, come back up, and then see these buys. A slow buy, the slow grind is good. Is this what we want to see? We want to see a slow grind, because then we can say, yeah, let's go for fucking all-time high, like everyone was going to say, right? So that's, to me, right, a bearish play like this it's good if you can leverage. It's not good if you're spot buying, but compared to a bearish play that does this bit here, because when it does that, it takes out these lows, for example. That's good because we'll take out liquidity so quickly. Time to go back up. Because the moment we hold this level here, this low, off we go. Okay? Does everyone understand that? So if you look in the weekly, right? This keeps coming up. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Fucking getting horny and shit. But yeah. But you see this right here. I've got an example right here actually, right now. See this fast sell? That's a fast sell down. We have a slow grind, go up, slow grind, and then up. Take out these stops there, and then we come back down. So that's the, see? Fast move down, slow grind up. What we've got here is a fast move down, but then a slow grind. Then all this is just a slow grind. Yeah, we have weeks of a fast move, right? But look at these candles. Look at the body of the candle. How big they are compared to this. You know, that is fucking dangerous. I mean, so that is better because then we need to establish a low, let it consolidate, and then we go up. So all we're looking now, right, ideally is wherever the fuck BTC wants to consolidate, let it consolidate, then we step in. Right now, we don't fucking DCA. You're DCAing, you're a bellend, in my opinion, because you could, like, so many people have been DCAing since 61k apparently, and don't know how that's been holding, but last time I checked, Bitcoin's at 19.2k in it, so good luck with DCAing it. But what I want to see, fuck me, what the fuck is going on there? That's better. We got a nice thingy pencil. Yo, this is sick. Okay, that's better. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. All right, cool. I'm loving this now. Thank you, Nabil and Goku-san. Anyway, yeah. What I was saying is that what I want to see is consolidation, man. You know, this consolidation here, this chop over here. Then we could do this. Come back up there. Consolidate further. Come back there. Deviation. Consolidate. The moment we get back above this range here, this consolidation, let's fucking go. Doesn't this look like this? You know what I'm saying? That's when you start DCAing, you know what I'm saying? You know? Anyone tells you to DCA now, tell them to suck their mum. Honestly, they can suck their mum and take their losses. But we, in this community, we ain't DCAing for shit. Right? I've not said to any of you guys to DCA, so don't fucking DCA. Right? Anyone who says to you that they should DCA, you know what? I was gonna say, like, send me their number and I will, like, send me their address, but nah, I ain't gonna do a fight for that. Fuck that. But you know what? It's the honest truth is, like, you don't want to thingy. You don't want to be like, I don't like fucking my followers. By God's grace, alhamdulillah, on Twitter 43k, YouTube I've just hit over 950. I know underneath here it says like 931. It's a bit of a lag there. I don't know, but I know I hit over 950, or 950 last time I checked, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So I don't like fucking my followers, man. That's what it is. So the way I see things, I'm seeing it as that, right? Anyone's got a problem with that, this is not the challenge to follow. You find someone else who will pump and dump you, man. But I ain't into that shit, man. Fuck that. But yeah, so we've literally talked a lot here about fucking the view, and we haven't really done any plans or anything like that, but there's a lot of alpha there, alright? Go back to it. I know we've all been laughing and joking and whatever, and we're talking about, like, you know, suck their mum and this and that, and the Gear the Tiger and shit like that, but in a bit in fucking Chinese and Japanese girls and stuff like that, but gotta have a bit of fun, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, there's a lot of alphas we talked about, and it's good for you. You know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna have a cigarette, man. Any of you guys mind? No? Well, good. It's my stream, innit? If you don't like me smoking, I'm sorry, dude. Well, I smoke, I don't drink. But, so yeah, weekly wise, right? Let's have a look. Weekly, like, what it is, right? We've done this now. Let me get the pen again. I do like the pen, actually. It is quite cool. Hayden is, I'm new with deviation concept. Do you always wait for a deviation to take a trade? Okay. So Hayden's asked a question, which I've been asked a few times, right? And I've answered it a few times, like in many times already. But let's do it again, right? For those who are new, let's do it, right? Because end of the day, this is Dainks Corner. Fucking, we're gonna take our time and we're gonna look at it, and let's have a look, right? So Hayden, right? This is for you, right? Jay's laughing her head off. Thank you though. Fucking I need to get high, man. I don't know, should I get high right now and do this whole thing? I don't know, you tell me. If I should, just let me know and let's do it, man. Got a fucking grinder and shit. But yeah, so this is for you, Jay, right? So price. In my opinion, in my view, from my experience, the price is always in a range, okay? Price plays in a range how, right? You see price do this, okay? Actually, you know what? There's two set of things, right? You see price do this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? That's what price do. That's the high. That's capping the market because you can't break this high. You can't break it again. There's a small deviation. A deviation means when price gets above the high and you're looking for potential longs. But the fact is, the moment we get back into the into the range, below the range high, start breaking down, then that is now a deviation of this high. Does that make a bit of sense there? And I've said to you before, I've said to the guys over here, if we're in a high, right, if we're supposed to break out, right, we're gonna have the breakout potentially, but we come back into the range, you gotta ask yourself, what the fuck are you doing in the range? Whose bumhole are you tickling? You know, definitely not mine, because I wanted to go up, right? So let's get high. Everyone's saying be hilarious. Should I do it? I don't know. Anyway, sorry Hayden, let's get back to you. So you gotta think to yourself, why are you going back into the range? If you're gonna break out, yeah, we might have a retest, but the moment we hold above it, take out this high here, the bullish market structure goes up, and off we go. Okay? I talked about bullish market structure on one of the episodes. You might have to go back. It is on, I don't know if it's on Dainks Corner or Dainks Daily Trade. It will be highlighted in the chapter, so you can go check that out. But we've done 35 minutes or so on this stream, so I'm not going to touch bearish market structure, but you do get back, right? Like, do go back and have a look at it, right? So that's how price is. That's how it looks like, right? Nice and clean. But in reality, price doesn't do that, right? Price is this. Goes up, a bit of a chop, and then goes up, and there, and then it comes back down, and this is what it does. This is what it does. Okay? So you see this high. This high caps the market at this high, right? So we're playing it from low to high, okay? So when I'm playing a range, right, I always play from low to mid-range to range high. Then, once we go back down, from range high, back to mid-range, back to range low. That's all it is. At any moment, at these levels, if I'm playing this way, if I'm playing down and I'm looking for it to go down, at any moment, if we hold above it and break this high, retest over there, then we're going to go higher. That's my opinion, right? That's the view of it. So that's the way, okay? Now, another thing is, coming into this one, this is a deviation. You know why? Comes into the low, breaks down, makes a low, wow, man. Fucking wonky motherfucker. Come on. That's better. So, makes a low. What we're looking for, a breakdown from this low, because we're making new lower lows. The moment it breaks down and retests, right, retest this area, then we can say we can go a lot more lower. That's your trigger for your shorts. But instead, it does a double bottom, comes back into the range, holds it as support, then we go back from low to mid to high. Now, I drew this bit out here, right? This bit here on purpose. Because the moment, you see when it comes into this bit here, it looks like a fucking, we come back into the range. So all we're looking for, if we're looking for a short, is breaking this low, find resistance, and we play it down. But what happens is, it reclaims, so it doesn't become a deviation. At first it looks like a deviation, but we need to break this low here. But the moment we break out this high, right, that is your confirmation, off it goes. Now you're playing, so what that is, consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. Everyone understand? Don't understand? Go back to it again. Right, just rewind it and whatnot. Right, it's not that difficult. Well, it's tricky. Some people really do struggle with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some people do struggle with it, which is not a problem. We'll take it, and that's why I like to repeat it over and over again, because I think it's good for you guys. Okay. So a name says, all good Dane brother. Followed you since the days we used short ship. That was good. Name was good. Short ship was good. I made 34 R's on a fucking trade on SHIB, man. I compound the fuck out of it. Played the breakout on SHIB. And, dude, I tell you something now. It was a beautiful payday, let's say. But yeah, so that's the weekly, right? Let's go back to it, into this, right? So what I was saying on the weekly is that we've taken out this low here. Give me a second, guys. Right then, there's 31 people here and there's 25 likes. Smash the likes up, man. Appreciate all the support there. But yeah, Hayden thinks he understands it. Just go back to it, backtrack it as well. Do it, you know. Look, you can see here. Price is in that range here. You see this range here? That's what it was doing. Give an example right there. Price is in that range, and it's just a range bound effect. You play high, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, until it breaks out The moment it breaks out, takes out this high itself. This is your confirmation. Off we go. Target 1 up here, and then after that, we'll see how it goes. And fucking hell, you know how it is. Okay, and again, this is another range bound environment, so you can see. Let me just do another example, and I'm just going to put some lines here. So I think Q1 low is here. Right, that's Q1 low. That's the first quarter of 2021's range, and I was playing off this range here. So same thing. This is range low. Fuck off. Let me hide this again. Okay, cool. So this is range low. That's range high. Mid range comes in about approximately. I'm gonna do it by eye here. I think it's about here. Nope, that's not it. A little bit higher. About there. I think that's the mid range. It does look like halfway through there. And again, obviously we don't know if this is the low and that's the high yet until it's formed. The moment you see that stop run over here, see the stop run there, come back in, break into it. This low, the moment we lose this low, off we go. Right? I mean, this was already a confirmation. I mean, this is on the weekly, blah blah blah, but you can see it on the daily is a bit more clear. But anyway, so then once we come back into this range, right? Back into this range, you're gonna ask yourself, what the fuck are you doing back in the range? Then you play from high to mid to low. Obviously, we bounce in this area. What is this area? This was the yearly open. This wick over here was the yearly open. The wick to the yearly open. Then he goes from low. I mean, the fucking ranges can be tricky, but we'll work it out together, okay? Like as the time goes on, you'll pick it up, right? So then he went from low to mid, break up, retest, mid to high, step back into the range. This is a bit more clear. You see this low here? That low, right? The moment we lost this low, that was your trigger. Stop loss, hard stop over here. Then you play from high to mid. Then we come back down and we retest the mid range, mid to down, mid to low. And then now, saying all this, right? We're looking at a few things, right? Number one, resistance. This one is a deviation. This is a resistance. Why? It's a wick. When you see a wick, it's just resistance, right? So we're looking at the weekly play. It's just a resistance of that range high. But this area here, that's a deviation. Why is it a fucking deviation? Because first we see resistance, right? We see resistance there, but then the candle gets back up above the range high, and it goes again on the second one, takes out this high, but we didn't close above this high for us to retest and hold it. If we did, that would be your trigger to go a lot more higher. But instead, it does a stop run, right? There's a stop run over here, breaks down, comes into this range, and it breaks down further. And that is what we call a deviation. The question is this a deviation now? We don't fucking know yet, right? We play it level to level. And when we play it level to level, we start looking at how do we look at for deviation. When we take out this high, for example. So now I can tell you, for example, make a bit of a plan. If we were to, take out last week's high, get above it, hold it, off we go. That's the trigger to this target here, okay? Then all we played it, we see what happens. Is this a deviation of range or a retest? Because what this could do, it could come back into this, right? So that's the plan. We could come back to retest and then sell off and break down. And that's your fucking trigger, off we go. And that's your trigger on a macro scale to short. Make sense? Back to, I mean, some people, and this happened to me, people have actually said to me, oh, so you expecting targets to be a 4K? No, I don't fucking say that, right? What I'm saying to you is just a drawing, mate. It's a fucking drawing. If you don't understand the drawing, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a drawing, okay? So don't think Dainks is saying 4K. No, I'm just drawing it. That's it. I'm doing this on a macro scale so you guys can pick it up, okay? I'm asking, do you find ranges on smaller time frames too, like 5, 10, 50? Bro, when I'm scalping, I find ranges on the minute, right? I find ranges on the 30 seconds, maybe 15 seconds as well. And I play off that as well. It's tricky, but when you master ranges, it's fucking, it's a game. It's a game, right? So you can find ranges on any time frame, be it the monthly, the weekly, the quarterly, the hourly, 4 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, 1 second. They all draw a range, which is why I always say to you is that price is always in the range. You just play the range, see the breakout, play the breakout, right? When the retest, then play the expansion move. Or what you could do is once we get back into the deviation. Sorry, if we get back into the range and it's a deviation of the range, play back down. Mid-range, range low, done, finish. Cool. So, and according to top in May 22, we have a high and a low, a high low, and we couldn't have four. Look, for me to be bullish, right, like mega bullish, right, because I was saying, right, so going back to this drawing there, the question is this a deviation of that range or a retest of the range to break down lower, right? If it's a deviation, the moment we step back into it and hold it, let's play the fucking breakout play. Then this here, this area here, it's a range band. There's a range over here on the daily, so we can range over here. The moment we break above this high there, have a retest. Let's go, Bob's your uncle. Target one there. About fucking this area here. Look at straight line. This area here, about there. Then we played, that's target one, which is about 36k, over 36k or 37, 38k around that area. Then we can play the to the mid range. Mid range is at 44k. Hold above it, take out this high, find support. Let's fucking go. Target, the next set of targets would be there, and play over here. That's a very possible, plausible way. But to do that, we need to reclaim 28k. Don't reclaim 28k, fucking sell off. In my opinion, we'll sell off, okay? So Jay's asking, when you scalp, do you scalp BTC? I scalp BTC a lot in Ethereum, mainly BTC, just because it's the king. BTC dictates everything in my opinion. Because and I believe it. I believe BTC dictates everything. If you want to argue against it, that's fine. But show me what's bullish compared to BTC. Because BTC is bearish. BTC is king. Just like we said, dollar is king. Money is, cash is king. When it comes to crypto, BTC is king. Right? Ethereum is the prince, in my opinion, and everyone else is just a fucking slave. Be your Solana or whatever, BNB. They're all the slave because look, Ethereum is king, isn't it? Sorry, BTC is king. So. Right, so let's go. Need to come rock to Alan Rock Dubai Dix. Oh, bless you, bro. Good to see you, man. I'll look forward to seeing you one day, inshallah. So let's get back to work and see what's going on because we're fucking sidetracking and we need to get this done. Right, so that's the daily, and the daily med. Sorry. For those who don't know what med means, it's French for shit. Why am I speaking French? I'm Mauritian and we speak French. So when I do for my mom, speak to her, she always speaks to me in French. I respond to her back in English. I think us Asians will know what we're talking about. Like Ammar definitely knows. He definitely speaks to his parents in English. I can definitely see that. Looking at him right there in his display picture, he speaks to his parents English. He's too much of a gora. All right, so let's get cracking. So looking at BTC in terms of daily wise, well, it's looking heavy though, isn't it? Looking heavy. What's happened? This low here. Let me say this low. Let me just fucking get this. Let me say this low. Yeah, this low here has become. That's the resistance really. As an SR, that's resistance. You can see. All we've done on a daily, right? Let me just zoom up. Fuck off. As you can see, it's just a resistance. No, actually, you know what? I can actually move this. Let me try and do some skills. Nah, fuck off. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'll do it again. So, let's see. You can see approximately this low here. Oh, it's not drawn to perfect, but it is actually acting as resistance. So, now, if we confirmation is we reclaim this high here. Example, right? Let's go. We go to target one over here. That's 26k. Then going back to what I was talking about, this area here, right? This area here. This area here is 28k. And then we'll see if this is a deviation. That's the daily, right? Which is similar to the weekly, right? So cool. Now let's do some fucking plans now. Let's do some plans. Let's draw everything. What have I got here? Oh yeah, let me bring up my fucking BTC chart. This is a mess, right? The thing is, where are we? So yeah, remember, it's another range on the daily. You can see on the daily, there's a range there. I picked that one off the 4 hours to be honest. No, off the hourly. So the hourly on that one, I did a supply and demand for those who remember. And used this high over here. That was capping the market. Resistance, resistance. Let me draw it out for you. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Comes up. Deviation, resistance, deviation. Because we step back in. Deviation, step back in. Found a resistance seller. So that's support, 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 support. Deviation because we come back in. And then we break down. Retest. So retest. Retest. Can you guys see it? We'll retest this that block itself, and the confirmation really is the moment we lose this area here, the moment we lose this, that was it. And then you can say, all right then, so we're gonna go lower. Okay, makes sense there. That's the range band play. Looking at now where we are on the BTC chart, I got a few things here. I got a lot of fucking lines here, right? I know I got a fucking line, a lot of lines. Let's clear this up. Let's clear this up, and we can just bring this all back up and tie it all together. Okay. Because everyone wants to know what we're doing. Are we making some moves up? Are we making some moves down? What the fuck's going on? Okay. There's a few things here. Number one, what I want you to pay attention is this. I think I am gonna have a look at the 4 hours, see what's going on. Yeah. Could see that. What's that? There comes in. Opens at 18:31. Close at 18:03. Yeah. Okay. Let's use that. Let's just use that. Nah, fuck it. I like the 1 hour. The 1 hour is much more. There's a lot more candles and shit like that. There's more data and stuff like that. Alright, so first things first, right? We got this orange line here. What is this orange line? This orange line is last week's high and last week's low. Alright? So we've been chopping in this area here, and obviously we come back down here. Closes, fast move up. That's a good point. Going back to the lesson I talked about. See this fucking fast move up? And what happened is, choppy on this area here. The question is, do we break down and go a lot more lower, or do we break up and go a lot more higher, right? So we're going to have to try and work it out level to level. So, we retested, well, to be honest, it comes back in, and then it just like, it shanks back down. And really, you can say that's a bit of an anomaly. That's a scam pump in my opinion. And that's why I'm bearish. It's a fucking scam pump just before the monthly open. You're fucking having a laugh. Trying to trick people to buy in, because look where it comes into this weekly low, right? This weekly low. Then we have Monday's high and Monday's low. Look what happened. Price start breaking down. Never retested the Monday's low. Breaks down below the week's low, and that fast pump, it retested the fucking Monday's low. And look at this. Can you see this? Retested it again. Capped by the fucking Monday's low. Sells off he goes. So, which is why I'm bearish. I'm bearish on a number of things as well, which we talked about it. We talked about it and stuff like that. So if I'm bearish, right? So that's number one. Number two, right? We got monthly's open. Monthly open is further away compared to Ethereum. Right? I'm just going to quickly touch Ethereum. Ethereum is tapped it many times, right? And again, I got a lot of things here. Let me delete that. I don't need that, right? So let me delete this for a second. So you see this, right? Gets above, below, resistance, deviates it, resistance, well, a bit of a deviation, The question is this another deviation, right? But we'll talk about it as the time comes, but let's focus on BTC. So I'm saying BTC is the king, and I've always say it, and I believe it, right? So that's number two. Number two is we're below the monthly open. Now, if we're below the monthly open, it's bearish. Above the monthly open, we're bullish, right? So if I want to go long, the confirmation for me to go long is above the monthly open, hold above it, take out this high, off we go. Bob's your uncle. You start taking these levels up there. Okay, that's the way that I'll be looking for a bullish play on the grand scale of things, X, Y, and Z. You know how it works, right? Let me put this back on there. The second, so that's the second thing. No, first, second, third, fourth thing here is this now. I got these purple lines here, right? I did it here from the last stream on Friday. So this purple line here is literally this range band environment here. This was a range, the low to the high, mid-range held a support, and we broke out of it, okay? So we're now stepped back into this range. Range high is 19.888. Yeah, 888, not 666, right? Let's call it 20k. Range high is at 20k, mid-range is at 18k, and then the range low is at fucking 16.2k. You see this low here? This liquidity here? The liquidity. For those who want to know what liquidity is where that stops are resting. So if you're longing, you're going to place your stop here, for example, or you place your stops here, for example, or here, or wherever the lows are, right? Swing lows, you call it for swing lows, right? That's liquidity. So trading is a game of hunting liquidity. You know, like when you like you play hide and seek, for example, right? And you're you're it, for example, and then now you gotta find your other fucking friends, right? Who's just fucking hiding beneath the bed and shit like that. Or telling his mom, for example, like, I'm hiding behind the sofa. Just don't tell him if he comes here. Just don't tell him, right? That's what all these dumbass influencers are. They're the ones who's like, yeah, we're not gonna tell you it's gonna go down lower. It's just gonna go down lower whenever you find it. But you, as an individual, have to fucking find them, right? Whether your mom or their best, like your mate's mom or your cousin's mom is saying that it's not here, I think he's upstairs or whatever. Aren't you guys upstairs? You know that I've been through it as well. But they're hiding behind the sofa. You just don't need to trust your mom, because your mom's lying to you, right? Like, my mom's lied to me plenty of time when it comes to hide and seek, just to cover my cousin's ass or my brother's ass. But when it comes to my ass, she'll grass me up. That's the SEC, bro. My mom is the SEC. That's it. I find out what she is. I'm gonna call her later and we'll say, Mom, you're the SEC. She'll ask me, what is the SEC? I'm like, you know what? You're just the SEC. I'll probably call it the SEC. Oh, fucking 1 second, guys. Battery's gone. Fucked on me. Sorry, guys. Just 1 moment there. Should work now. There we go. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna put this on a plug. Right, 1 moment there. Fucking hell. Bend over. I had to turn around just in case I put my ass to the fucking camera in it. I'm like, what kind of nastiness is that shit? So yeah, so your hunting stops. Let's get back to the point. You're hunting the stops. That's what it is, right? So if you're long, your hunting stops up here. Well, obviously, this is making new highs and shit like that. But like if you're long from here, right? So you're long over here because we reclaim this range there. Your hunting stops over here because people are shorting it. Hunting stops here. Hunting stops here. Hunting stops there, and as you go on, you're just hunting stops all the way through. Okay, and now we're doing it the reverse. Okay, so if you look at today's day and age, right, and modern time, what's happened so far? This area here. So remember the red one I showed you? The liquidity is stopping there. Now this is making me think we should go lower. You see this little low here? We didn't fucking take it out. I would have liked it if we take it out, reclaim it, and then shut up and do whatever it's done. Then I'm like, all right, cool, we've done the liquidity stop. Let's see how it runs, right? But the fact it hasn't done that is making me think there's so much liquidity resting here and just still below here, and we haven't retested it. So that's another thing we need to look out for. And at the same time, we need to also look out for what's going on Bitcoin. So let me delete this. Anything I should delete? To be honest, it's all quite relevant in this whole teaching session that I've just done now, isn't it? Yeah, it is pretty much relevant. Okay, let's carry on. So the next thing is this now. Let me delete. Yeah. So price got up, lower low. So that's the low. Higher high, lower high. Then we make a higher high because we take out the stops over here. Liquidity hunt. Now, when we broke below it, we now broke market structure. This low ideally should hold. If market structure is bearish, right, this should hold on the 1 hour, and that's why I'm bearish. That's why I shorted it. My stop loss is quite tight, but invalidation will have to be over here, probably up here, right? That's where the invalidation here, but a hard stop up there, right? So market structure has now shifted. You see this low? So sorry, let's do this again. That's the low. That's the higher high, lower high. Fuck me, can't even do it properly. Low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, taking out these stops. That's liquidity has been changing. Shift up there as a retest, come back down, and we're just choppy there. Do we make it? And then I want to see that's the lower low. That's the lower high. To me, we need to make a new lower low. Does everyone understand that? It's the market structures. That's what it is. Just market structure. For those who are new to the channel and don't want to know what is the market structure, what minute are we on? Well, 1 minute or 1 hour. Okay. I am gonna make a quick note. Alright, so everyone can see it right here. Market structure. 1 hour. Cool. So I put it there. I am gonna put the card on there once it's fully uploaded on YouTube, and then you can come back. It'll probably be tomorrow, I think, because it does take a little while to fucking bring up blah X, Y, and Z. But I will add it on there, so it'll be in the top corner there, I believe, up there in that corner, and then like just click on it, then go on the chapter that says market structure. That's the lesson. Fucking alpha, man. You know, I teach you shit for free, and you guys are gonna be better than me, man. By God's blessing, you're gonna be better than me. All right, that's what I want. That's what I want to hear. I want people like Jay. I want people like let's play footsie. Freaking name Victor. I want guys like Bam Bam. Oh, Bam Bam's in the fucking chat. What's going on, brother? Did you see that horrid move early this morning? $600 in about. Yeah. It's choppy. We'll talk about that in just a moment. It's fucking. And this is why I think it's just a manipulation, in my opinion. But I want people like Amar, Elizabeth, freaking Hayden, you know, Derry. Who else have we got here? We've got Mike. We've got so many people. I want you guys, these mans, and everyone else to be better than me. So when it comes to the next market, the next bull market, I'm listening to you guys. Whether you're on YouTube or on Twitter, I want to listen to you guys, see what you guys are saying, so I can become better than I am. I don't think I will. You know, like, I'm not saying that I'm gonna get. I don't know. Maybe I'm capped in my knowledge. But if you guys are new and you guys are learning, I always want you guys to be better than me. That's it. I don't give a shit about myself here. I want to see success in any way, shape, or form. Okay, cool. So let's go back to it. Victor said yeah, man, like the video, man. Smash up the likes, everybody. You know, I'm spending my time. It's 11 o'clock in the UK. Whether you're in France, it's about midnight. In America, you're during the daytime. You know, shout out to the Americans as well. They're loving the shorts, you know, for some weird, strange. You know, I see Americans on the shorts. I see you there. But you know, like, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. So that's cool. But yeah, like Derry was saying, desire to be better, man. If you look at someone like I'm going off script here, fucking hell, man. But like, if you see someone, fuck it, let's get back to work, man. But you always need to actually be better. Always never settle for less. So if you're settling for less, or just a minimum, you're not gonna push yourself. You know, you're not gonna push yourself, and that's the scary thing, right? Life is too fucking short. It's horrible as it is. We've got fucking macro scale. People can't buy milk. You know, they're drinking titty milk or some shit like that. I don't know what's going on. I've seen some fucked up videos, to be honest, actually. It's not porn. I'm just saying. I've just seen some people just making a mockery on like saying like, oh yeah, because it's expensive and blah blah. But anyway, it's just. Oh, bless you, John. Appreciate that. But it's a tough time. So if you can learn how to, and I always say this. I've said this over and over again. The real champs, the real champions are the ones who make the bear market their bull market. Stay plugged in. This is the way to make it. Whether even if you don't leverage trade, just you're learning, so you can learn how to spot play. It's the same principle. And then when it comes to the bull market, you're playing it the opposite. Whatever I taught you, play the fucking opposite. Make your piece. Cut the trade when you need to cut the trade when you find a deviation of a range high, for example. Well, then play the game down. You know. But yeah, so we're going back to BTC, and so that's a few things. So we'll talk about one thing, which is the weekly high, the weekly range. Talked about the Monday's range, the retest into that. We talked about the monthly open, that's free. We talked about this purple box over here, this purple range, which is the previous range over there that happened back in 2020 November. That's 5. So we've got 5 things here, and now we're looking at 6 things here, which is making it fucking crazy though. So you see here, these blue boxes there, that's the last high that sent the market back down. We come back, and what happened? We retest it, sell off. Right? This here is the last, I talked about it, I think, on one of the episodes, I can't remember which one. but I talked about how these bullish blocks are holding. These blocks are holding, right? The moment they're giving out, they're giving out. Look, if this is a bullish block, when we hold it here, we should have taken this high over here, go back higher, and let's go higher. We didn't do that. Instead, we broke down. And we breaking down, that to me showed me the sign of weakness, because what happens here is to retest and then break down higher, which makes me think this is a deviation of this low. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many aspects for me to be bearish, right? So that's what it is. Us in the house, man. Shout out to my brother there, Crypto AM17. You know, check out his Twitter. He does post a lot of trades as well. He's sick. He's sick. I love him. He's a good kid. I think he's older than me, to be honest, but slightly older than me. But I keep calling him kid. But yeah. So Mozaf is sometimes technical. You just don't see confluence. It can be point of control or Fibonacci, whatever confluence associated with such a move. Yeah, dude. At the end of the day, right? Like, I'm a range bound player. So if you find that range bound plays are beneficial for you, by all means, learn it. Do your thing in it. But if you don't find it that's is beneficial for you, that's not a problem. There's so many ways to trade. Some people like trading off indicators, you know. But I'm not an indicator guy. But so just take whatever you can for your own skill. But anyway, so yeah, so we talk about like these bearish blocks. So come back in, retest, right? Now, if we start looking at these bearish blocks here, you see this here. What's the block that's capping the market? It's this high here. This is capping the market. You understand? Can you see that? Everyone's seen that, right? Let's zoom in, right? Let me delete this shit. I don't have this. I don't need this. Right? And just delete this. I don't need this right now. Yeah, that is what's capping the market. Let me fucking just make this a bit more neater. Cool. What do I mean by that? See this high there? Rush. See this high here? Resistance, 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 resistance. Every time it's coming into this block, it's all resistance, resistance. I mean, how many times we're going to find resistance before we start breaking down and going a lot more lower? So the confirmation for me to go lower is the moment we lose this low here. So this is a range bound environment. It is, you see, so there's distribution and consolidation. Sorry, accumulation. Doesn't really fucking matter. We can play it both sides, okay? So we play it both sides in which way? Let me highlight this. That's the high, and that's the approximate, okay? If we want to be bullish, break above, and let's go higher. Take out the high, and that's your trigger. The moment we step back above monthly open, this monthly open, that's bullish, because I said to you, if we're below the monthly open, it's bearish. If we're above the monthly open, it's bullish, right? That's your play. But if you want to enter the trade, break down, retest, off we go, let's go. That's your trigger. Let's go level to level. Now that's one thing, okay? So talking about bullish and bearish blocks and shit like that, this is what I want to show you. Is this. This is the last 1 hour candle move over here, right? Because if you look at here, this was respected. This was respected because price came back into it, retest, and then shut off. So now I'm just highlighting this one here. Let's put the magnet on. I'm just highlighting this one. That's all I'm highlighting there, and I'm looking at level to level. I would like to see price to come back into this. I do like to see price to come back into this. But again, remember I said to you, if we're above the range, there's so many things here. I know there's a lot. My mind's fucking going off the rails and shit. But if we're above the range, so I think it's better just to quickly show you this. See this range here? So that's a range bound environment. That's a range bound environment over here. And what we've done is we've come into the range, come into it, come above it, and we're holding it. But then we come back into the range. You gotta ask yourself, what the fuck you doing back in the range? So if we're going back into the range, we're now playing range bound environment. Playing range bound environment, how do we play it? Like I said to you before, all you're playing is high to mid, mid to low. That's all it is. That's all you're doing. So then if you're playing down this way, this area here, which means we're bearish because 1, we're below the monthly open. 2, we've got this block here on the 1 hour. 3, the main really thing is actually this fucking range high. This range high, this 19.9k. That's the high. I'll be long if we break above it and hold above it, which also comes into place the monthly open, which I talked about it, right? So does everyone understand that? So now I want to see price go up and retest this area and potentially take out the mid range. That's what I'm looking for. And then the fucker, hopefully, we'll take out this liquidity over here. That's what we're looking for. So that's the BTC view. And I mixed it up with a bit of a bearish plan, but let's have a look at how we're gonna do this, right? It is to be honest, what I shall do it? No, I think I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll explain the trade plan itself. That's a lot of alpha I've showed you in both the bullish and the bearish view, right? And how we play this range. Because if we get above range high, this purple range high, we're back into last week's range, and we play it from low to mid to high. Price is always in the fucking range. It proves it to me. Anyone says different, well then you're fucking blind. Nah, I'm joking. But if you find different, tell me if you're not understanding it. So that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, that's really is the BTC plan. Looking at Ethereum, I mean that's the BTC view, the outlook. This is an outlook. We're not doing day trades or whatever. It's a fucking weekend. Look at the weekly close. Weekly close is going to happen in about an hour, to be honest. I think like an hour and 47 minutes. We're below last week's low. There we go. Yeah, we're below last week's low. You see it? That's last week's low. And we're below it. If we close above last week's low, then I say, alright then, this is the range we're playing. We're still playing last week's low. Remember the last week's range I was talking about? Let's play mid-range to range high, and then from there, we'll see if we get the breakout, and let's go fucking high and send this to fucking smithereens. Alright? So that's all it is. So that's BTC, right? Everyone understands? Always, so... Can you do Miguel? Oh, I love that name. Miguel's a cool name. Miguel. Very old school name, isn't it? Miguel. Can you do Ethereum analysis? I will do that next, 100%. I always struggle. So Khalil says, I always struggle to exit spots on time. Could you give any tips? So, look. Fuck it. Alright then, you guys are killing me, but let's do it. Alright, so let's just get a fucking clean space. So do you remember when I talked about range bound plays, right? And I said to you guys, right? So if you're spot trading, right? So now actually we can do examples from this. So let's just say like we talked about this as being a range bound play, right? Over here. Let me draw a rectangle. This area here, this high to about this level. This really is the accumulation, right? And you're playing a range bound environment. Now, when you're playing a range bound environment, let's say the moment you step back into the low, right, and you say my hard stop is here, and I'm gonna play it level to level. Obviously, you got the ranges. The Fibonacci is the key. So what I would say, right, is literally you got your Fibonacci. Motherfucker, show me all this. Let's focus on this bit for a second. So you got your Fibonacci, right, and this Fibonacci here, you play it level to level, which basically means, right. Let me delete this shit. Yeah. Basically what it's saying, right, what I'm telling you is play from low, 25% take profit, 50% take profit. At any moment, right, if we start breaking down, so let me just zoom into this shit. Smash the likes, man. I'm giving you alpha after alpha, man, for free as well. Your pay group leaders are going to learn this tonight, right, and they're going to teach you tomorrow, okay? So don't worry about it. If you didn't catch it, your pay group leader's going to sort it out for you tomorrow. Trust me. So yeah, so when you play it, right, so price, you play it to this target, what I tend to do is take profit over here, have a small percentage, probably 10% profit, and then I do another, probably about 30-40% profit there. And I've now bagged profits, because what I'm looking for, potentially I'm looking for range high. But what if it doesn't do it, right? What if it doesn't do this? Because then that means this target here and this target here are never going to be met. So what I like to do is look at how price is reacting. If it breaks down to this kind of and shows me a bearish market structure, this here is my entry to exit now. This is my exit strategy. Because it's breaking down. It shouldn't be breaking down, we should be breaking up. Unless it deviates. So which is why I'm saying, like, once it finds resistance that's breaking down, going forward, lower, that's your exit. So that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is this way, is that if you're entering spots, right? Let's have a look. Let's delete this. And let's remove this. Cool. So we're now looking at spots, right? I know this is high insight and whatever, and you know, like, we've learned this. This cycle is all a learning curve. It is a fucking learning curve, right? And look at it, we blow yearly up, it's horrible. But a learning curve, how? Like, if you didn't take profits on the way up, you now learn something new. That's the new tip. Take profits on the way up. if you got $1,000 account, don't think to yourself that I'm gonna make $1 million. That's the influencer life, you know. That's the bullshit life, you know. That's the je ne sais quoi. Well, it doesn't mean I'm bullshit on that. It's the trick. It's the trick of the trade, right? That's what it is. It doesn't mean anything. Like, honestly, sorry there. Like, I know there some people has quoted, well, one in particular I can think of. No, there has been people out there who said they've had like $8,000, $10,000 and they made it to $1 million on a tweet and they became famous. That's once in a while, man. Doesn't mean you're gonna make it, right? The question is, did you take profit or are you still holding it? Because if you're holding, for example, like Axis, right? It look fucking good in it, or Mana, or anything, you know, any of these alts. It doesn't look fucking good, isn't it? It looks kind of horrible. You gotta take profits, right? So taking profits how? So obviously this is, and also remember I talked about like fast move up. So when you see a fucking fast move up, this is dangerous. This, look at all this gap. There's all this inefficiency. It's not answered for. Nothing's been answered for. We're now answering it now, right? When you start seeing this crazy move up, don't master the psychological mindset. Master it, and always remember you've just got to exit positions whenever you need to exit positions. Pay yourself, dude. So for this example, we can look at this one. So let's have a look there. So on this example here, you see this high there? The moment we step back into the range, this here was my like. Let's look at the daily. Daily's much more easier. I think the daily makes a bit more sense. You've always, like, if you can trade and you can like understand how the market behaves, that's your key. So look at this, for example, right? So look, I can see on the like right off the bat we got an SR, right? This high here caused a lot of chop, deviation, get back below it. Bottom resistance, deviates it, gets back below it. But then it gets back up. You're like, all right, it's going to go a lot more higher. Cool, I'm gonna hold my bags. But then this what happens. So that goes back down. We've shifted the market structure. Remember, market structure was going up. So market structure was here. Let's say that's the higher high, lower high. Lower low, higher high, lower low, lower. Higher high, lower low, higher high. We take out the fucking lower low. Does that make sense? You see how price has done that? We took out the lower low over here. That was your symptom. That was your sign to your thingy to like, all right, then you know what? We need to start looking to take out profits. Now, at the same time, what I do is I could do something like this. Do a range bound environment, right? So I now have a range. So from this high, oops. I could do this, for example, from this high to this low. Right? And I can see, just focusing off this, right? This is hindsight, it's all education shit and how to exit, right? Already you can see this high. Get a pen. Yeah. Deviation. No, sorry. This is a deviation. And you're like, alright, then we come back, we take out this low here. We come below the mid-range of this area. And we close on the daily below the mid-range. We're like, alright, cool. Now I gotta see, do we retest, go on a lower time frame? Do we do something like this? Retest the mid-range, find resistance. I'm like, alright, we're gonna go a lot more lower. Let me close everything. Doesn't really matter. You can start taking initial profits over here, closing positions there, and then looking for potentially the range high. But the moment we get back above the mid-range, right, the range high, same thing. We're playing in a range. Price is always in a goddamn fucking range. That's all it is. Because look what happened is, we come back to range high, and you see how much resistance there is. Resistance, deviation, come back in. And one more time, it shows us, it comes back into range high. It gave us so much fucking opportunity to set off. It did give us so much opportunity to set off, right? And you can see, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days. Normally when your mum asks you to go take out the trash bag, she gives you 5 minutes before she gets to grab the slipper and throws at your fucking head and calls you a fucking waste of space in it, right? That's what normally happens, right? Anybody? Or is it just me? But, you know what I'm saying? But this mum, right? This queen or king, you want to call it, gave us a fucking 13-day opportunity to get out of the market. Do you get out? Or do you just get bent over like everybody else? That's what you got to ask yourself. So that's one way to look at exiting, right? Another way is, well, obviously we came back here, and the same thing can be happening, man. Look here, right? I know I'm doing this. This is going to be a bit long. Fucking hell. Let's do it again, right? So, oops, motherfucker. Where are you? Okay. So now we got another set of thingies. So we got I think a low here. Let's say that's the low. We come up, we take out this liquidity here. I don't like this thickness here. Right, cool. We take out this liquidity here, right? So the moment we take out this high here, momentum has shifted. We've now broken market structure. All right. So now we can say that's the low, that's the high, lower low. Sorry, lower high. No, fuck off, man. Sorry for swearing, right? If I've offended anyone for swearing, find someone else to follow. I ain't gonna spend my time in whatnot. But that's the low. It's the higher low, higher low. Because you see, we didn't take out this higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Right? Now we're looking for so it pullbacks here. As long as this holds here, so this low here, let me draw this out. This low holds, then we're good to go. But look what happened. We take it out. The market sentiment has now shifted to bearish because we're taking out this low here. Then look how long it gives us an opportunity to, and it's a range bound effect. It's an SR, another SR you could say. So you draw this line over here, and you try and say, okay, when we retest here, I'm going to exit all positions because we're going to go back to mid to low. Why? Because they fucking said so, right? And then look at this one. Like I said, our moms, right? Like my mom would give me 5 minutes to take out the trash. She comes back in, right? And I ain't done it. She's going to throw a fucking slip out my head in it and probably call me a waste of space in it. But look what happened here. The fucking market here was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 days again. It's a fucking magical number. Hey, yo, I think I found something like 13 is a magical number. But yeah, gives us 13 days to exit. If we were to take out this low, for example, right? If we go lower, right, which we do over here, that is your signs like, yo, we gotta fucking get out, cut the fucking trade, it's over. Again, there's opportunities to cut the trade. It just so happened to be, we're now at 20k, we've got alt bags, including myself, I've got alt bags, I've got a few alts are underwater, sucks, don't get me wrong, and we want to exit, and we can't exit, okay? Alright, let's do Ethereum. I'm getting off the fucking thingy, the tracks again, and then we're gonna go for some. Do you know what? I need to pop to the loo. Give me a moment. I really need to go to the toilet. I fucking can't do it. Okay, give me a second. Alright, motherfuckers, I'm back. Alright, so many opportunities, but yeah, still got bent over. Yeah, we all did, including myself. Got bent over on a number of vaults. Really thought some of the shit coins wouldn't actually blow. Meme coins, for example, but what can I say? Combining helps build an empire, greed leads to losing everything. Man, he was right, but you gotta be careful how to compound, right? Compounding is a tricky game, right? Because it can stop you out and then go up. You need to have the new invalidation to compound, right? Almost 12. Fuck, 12 a.m. Dude, shit, Derry. Let's get the thing. I mean, we all got work tomorrow, innit? Right, so let's get back to this one. I don't want to fucking keep you up all night, and your boss will be like, what the fuck you doing? You're like, yeah, I'm listening to Dank in it, and like, Dank's gonna fucking bend you over. But your boss is gonna bend you over, man. Fuck your boss, man. Let's shout out to, send some love, right, if you think your boss is a fucking prick. I know all my bosses in the past have been absolutely knob-ends. Vegeta's here, man. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Boo. Alright then, so Ethereum. Ethereum, same opportunity. So let's do the macro. Look at it quickly. I'm gonna run this quite quickly because we've gotta fucking end this up quite soon, innit? Right? It's not fucking nice that we're still here. Yeah. And then because tomorrow we'll do the day trade, right? Everyone understand? So day trade, daily day trade will be around 10:15. That's normal time. And then we'll start making plans for the new week, for longs and shorts and X, Y, and Z. Okay. But I told you why I'm bearish. If you missed it, go back to the BD section and it will cover the whole thing. Anyway, so Ethereum, really, right? Doesn't look too good because you see what happened. Fast move up on the yearly, fast move up, fast move down. Well, it looks like a fast move down, but it's all proportionate to this move. This move here, so this move here, is all proportionate to this move. That's what we're doing. It's a proportional game, right? Now, in my opinion, right, is this, right? So we've got a few things. From the yearly, we can look at this. This open there, right? This close there is a clear sign of an SR. Why? Retest, resistance, 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 and we smash above it. So which means if we can actually find an SR, so if let's say for example this is an SR and price finds resistance, smashes above it, does its thing, whatever, but it's gonna have to come back to retest it, and that's it. Again, range bound play. Yeah, that's right. Fuck. Sorry. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Then we smash above it, do its thing, and we come back, and then do we retest, break out, and let's go longy longs, target 1, target 2, and blah blah. Okay? Well, target 2, target 3 there. Okay? So that would be confirmation, right? And this way, you can look at it this way. Look what this is. It's a fucking range. That's a range, right? Low to high, high to low, low to high. I mean, it's a mid-range, but I'm just shortening it up there. High to low, high, low, smash out, and then it also comes into this thing. What did I say? Consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. Write this down, tattoo it on your fucking bum cheeks, and you'll never forget it. So that's up. That's the yearly, and I mean, like, what the fuck does this come into? Like this close here, $730, $733, around that. Let's say $750. That's what I'm looking to potentially go to for an expansive. Okay, anyway, that's the yearly. Quarterly, what's going on the quarterly? Fucking hell, quarterly doesn't look fucking good, innit? Shit, dude. It looks like a bag of shit. Honestly, it does look like a bag of shit. So again, fast move up, fast move down. I mean, like, where would I like it to come to? So we talked about this. This one. Another thing I like to look at is this one here. So it's a consolidation of the range from this high here to this low there. That's why I would like to see us do something like this. Come back down, bounce into this area, hold it as support, off we go, fucking let's go. And we can consolidate in this area for however long it does. Like, it could do fucking like this, let me show you. It could do this, bounce down, hold above it, consolidate, break out, and just whatever he wants to do. The moment we take out this, come out, market structure shifted, remember? Let's go, fucking long. That'll be my stop loss. Hard stop will be over here. Let me do hard stop over here. Off we go. Let's make some fucking plays. Swing play, day trade, scalp play. We compound the motherfucker up there. Make an account from 10k, go to fucking, I don't know, 100k or some shit like that. Alright? That's what I like to see. At the same time, this is consolidation. Why have I highlighted this box? This box here is accumulation. Right? It's all consolidation. I mean, look, I know on the Freemas it's kind of fucking weird, right? But look at this. You see how price got in, deviates, hold it, finds resistance, get back up. Finds its support, deviates back below it, finds resistance, get back into it, right? It's all fucking an accumulation. Now if I go on the fucking, what do you call it, monthly, I think it makes a bit more sense there. Where is this fucking accumulation? It's right here. This is the accumulation that we're looking for, the potential play. So we've got now on the monthly, we've got a few things to worry about now. So now we've got this high here. What the fuck's going on? This high here to this low there, right? That's the last low that's in the market high. Cause fucking hell, you see, price just fucking rocketed off to 4K. So now it looks to me that price wants to come back to retest this area. Fuck off. To retest this area here, and then we'll see what happens. Do we go lower or do we go higher, right? So that's one thing. The second thing is this. You know what? I don't like this. I want the whole picture. There we go. That's the whole picture, right? It makes a bit more sense. Okay, cool. Everyone sees it. Oh. Yeah, that should do. Right. Let's do it again. Nah, actually, fuck it. We don't need the whole picture. We just need to focus on a certain area. That's all we gotta do. Because it's all macro view anyway, right? So I drew this rectangle box there. This rectangle box is this, right? That's that. Cool. And at the same time, the accumulation is this area here. So let's do another box there. What is the accumulation? I'd say it'd probably be this low here to this high there, which coincides to approximately there, because you can see, right, that price. I mean, the accumulation on the high is about what, $360, man. I'm talking about what the high is, what, yeah, 366. That's what I'm saying. I mean, do we do something like that? I don't think that's a bad idea. Fuck off. I don't think it's a bad idea if we do this. If we come back down, bouncing off this accumulation, because this is where people, the whales, right, smart money was buying. They've been buying the fuck up over here. All this was people buying, but people like me and you, well, not me, because I was still in the game, I was, whatnot, but people like yourself and your best friend and your neighbors, and your boss was a fucking retard in a I shouldn't be saying that, so that's bad, sorry about that, but it was a prick anyway. Didn't pay attention to this area here. 366. We could have bought Ethereum $366 to $100, right? But we weren't interested in that. We were more interested in buying at 2K. That's where we were interested at. Why? Because the news was pumping Bitcoin. Like, yo, Bitcoin's going all time high. Bitcoin's going to 100K. Ethereum's going to go to 250K. I don't fucking know, man. So, yeah, good tease doing an appointment with the tattoo parlor. 100%, man. You got to do it. Trust me, you put that on your bum cheeks, you're good, man. You never will forget that. And whoever actually, whoever sees it, like if you're at the beach and whatnot, or whatever, I don't know, your partner, right? I'm saying, for example, we'll see it every day and learn it. And we always say, it's like, oh, yeah. So before, if sees it every day, we'll say, yeah, babe. Or if you're a guy, like, yo, hun. Or actually, you can call your boyfriend babe anyway. But like, babe, remember? Dainks said what? Consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. But yeah, so from a monthly play, I don't see a bad play to come back down. That's the thing is, I mean, first 733, then we look at 366, level to level. Okay, that's the macro view, to be honest. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing more downside than anything. On the monthly, let's see, on the monthly, no. On the monthly, I mean, this month here has taken out all this liquidity here. There were stops resting out there, taking out stops over here, and this is all up candles, man. All these are up candles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of up candles, and we're gonna get upset at 3 months of down candles. And there was tweets like, the most has ever been is 6 months. Or how many? No, this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 7 months of down candles, man. You weren't there. I was there. It wasn't really nice, So we've had 7 months of down candles, and we had 5 months of up candles. But look at the 7 months of down candles. How relatively small it is compared to this move up here. So you can't get like, you know, like you gotta get that mind out of the idea of like oh, this is not fair, or this is not good, or you know, Bitcoin should hold this, or Ethereum should hold this. No, shut the fuck up. You don't know how to trade. You have no right. You have no entitlement to an opinion. Okay, that's fucking shut the fuck up. George's in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to have you here, man. Sweep below and send to 25 and to 26. Vegeta says, yeah, 25 to 26. What's over here? First, I play level to level, mate. So if we sweep the lows here and maybe come down to 750, right? 750. We'll talk about that in just a moment. I mean, for me, it'll be like this, right? Whatever it does, right? Let's say it comes to here, sweeps at the low. No, fuck. Sweeps the lows here, does this, and then whatever, and then it goes up higher. There's your trigger. That's your long swing play. This stop loss over here. I mean, first target for me would be here. That'll be the first target, which comes to about 22k, I believe. Then I start looking at level to level. So then I'll look at probably this. That'll be my next target. And then listen to this, right? Then I'll be like, yeah, if we break above it and hold it, then I'll be like, yeah, let's go over here then. And then here we go. Here we want to be more bullish. Let's look at this, right? So now to draw this out, how would I look at it this way, right? So it'll be like this: come down, go up. Come down, go up, hold it support, and if we do something like that, fucking let's go, right? I mean, I'm just doing a fucking random plan, but I think I would like us to come down here first, potentially this high. I would like to see 366, right? Around the 350 area, sub 400 basically. Let's call it 400 level, the 400 marker. That's what I would like to see us to come down to, potentially, right? It is far-fetched, a lot of people could think, which is not a problem, but at the same time, we've got a plan, we have an idea, we know we're fucking bearish, it does look fucking good, and let's see what happens, right? 4th of July is going to save our ass, apparently, right? So let's see if it saves our ass. It doesn't save our ass. Whoever said 4th of July is going to actually go up, fucking, sell your fucking left lungs. No, I'm joking, don't do that. But yeah, so that's the Ethereum on the monthly. Weekly wise, let's have a look at weekly. Again, same thing as Bitcoin. Weekly is taking out the low. You see that? See that? That's the low. It's taking out the low, and now the question is, and we step back into we step back into last week's range low. Funnily enough, BTC is below last week's low. Right? I'll show you. See? Yeah, you see? It's below last week's low. Last week's low comes at 19.6k. We're at 19.2k. We're below last week's low. So, is Ethereum causing the manipulation? You know? That's the question. Is it a manipulation here for us to go a lot more lower? Or is Ethereum leading the race? If Ethereum's leading the race, we'll find out how by Ethereum BTC. We'll talk about that next. And but yeah, let's go back to Ethereum, and that's it. Cool. So now, for me, liquidity now is resting below this low here, right? Which is the previous week's low, about 872. Which is what Vegeta was saying, sweep the low and go up higher, which is possible. If we sweep the low, we're going to have level to level. So let me draw in my fucking lines, see what we got here, and I'll break this down, okay? What I've got here, number one, is this, right? Show you drawings. Okay, shut up. Yeah, this is the second quarter's range low, right, of last year, and this is the second quarter's range high. You see price has been consolidating. We've got a deviation over here. You see that deviation there? That's a deviation. We'll come back in, retest it. And it gave us opportunities, right, to sell off again. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. 3 weeks of selling off. Alright, never mind. If you missed it, you missed it. But it gave us opportunities anyway. But that's one. The second one is, what have I got here? I mean, I don't need this line here. Well, I've got this fucking line. That's a bit of a bullshit line there. Yeah. The second one is this previous all-time high of 2021. Can you guys see it? That's the second point. The third point is this bit here. This was the low which made the bounce up higher, and then we found support. So look, let's just focus on this here. So you can see on the weekly the low. Why does it do that? Fucking gins and some shit, right? So this low causes support, gets down, shanks down, resistance, deviation, right? And then we shank up. So this is an SR level. right? So it's an SR level, so potentially, just saying potentially, right? We could fucking retest this. Potentially. Of course we're gonna say potentially, because if I'm wrong, I never said it. If I'm right, I said it. I'm joking. But potentially we can sweep it. We can come back to here, which is about 757. Let's say 7, well, let's give you the exact number. 755. Right, that's the area we can look at. Okay, you can see another thing. This is another range, a range bound environment. Right, so that's the range. How would I say that's the low? There's an anomaly here on Binance. No, that's not an anomaly. That's my fucking drawing. Oh. Right. No, I'd say here. That's the low, for example, around here, and yeah, that SR here coincides to mid range. You see it? Makes sense. High, lower low, lower high, lower low. We smashed above it, taking this high. Market structures change. Makes sense. And at the same time, yeah. So this is what it is. That's the high and that's the low. And look at where we are right now. Right now we are in this range. If we were supposed to be bullish, we got to hold above it and go higher. We step back in the range. What did we say? On the left, on your left bum cheeks, you're gonna tattoo consolidation, retest, breakout, retest, and expansion. On the right bum cheeks, you're gonna sorry, dude. You're gonna so fucked. On the right, I can't even finish it. Let me compose myself. I can't do it. On the left. I just look at these coming in and I'm already busting up. The left bum cheek, you're gonna put consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. On the right bum cheek, you're gonna tattoo what the fuck you're doing back in the range. Those are two things you gotta worry about. Alright? Cryptique knows it. He is gonna do this tomorrow, and I think Vegeta's gonna have to do it tomorrow as well. George's tattoo both your bum cheeks. Let's do it, guys. I got mine done yesterday. You guys gotta join me. Oh, fucking hell. What the fuck am I talking about? You say this to anyone, they think like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, this guy is fucking weird, you know. I swear to God they will say that. Like, yeah, this guy Dainks is just weird, man. I can't even fucking breathe properly, man. What the fuck? But yeah, so back into this range, because your right bum cheek has already told you the answer why we're back in the lacking it. Like, you asked you the question. So now, if we're playing high, where's the next target? Mid, which comes to what? According to this, 762. But we know we got this fucking red line here, 755. There's a target in there. Now all we gotta do is look for a breakdown and place level to level. That's all. Makes sense, right? So, sorry, man. So that's the weekly, daily. Let's have a look. I'll delete that. I don't fucking need that. Daily. Let's see what we got here. Right. Daily, we'll cap that. So on the daily, this is what it is. This is why I'm not too fond about this. Right. We're finding support off the last week's low. So if you haven't entered, if you're short, you're short. I'd say you place a short above the high of the month, which is up here, because you're wrong there. Because at any moment, so let's say for example, let me just draw this out. We'll come back to it in a bit. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, let's talk about if you're shorting, right? What you're looking for. If we break down, lose this level here, this low here, final retest. Let's go take out this liquidity there. And let's go back to this area here. And that's your short done. Right? Check Telegram Dainks. Alright, give me a second, bro. What is my mind saying? This is what I'm saying in comments. Yeah, which is pretty... So Vegeta showed me a chart, right? I don't know if you want me to show it. But anyway, show me a chart. Which, like, pretty much is the same instinct that we talked about. Obviously, he's charted different, slightly different, but at the same time, the premise that we're both talking about is very, very similar. You know what I'm saying? So, as on the premise is actually his premise is short to a certain area. My premise is short to a certain area. And I'm playing level to level, showing 760. Right? So, That's that. So yeah, respect for that, brother. So that's the first thing, right? So we talked about that, right? Now, once we get up to here, right? Once we hit 760, we now need to start looking at what happened. Remember I said 366, right? 366, which is coming to what we need to kind of. I won't talk about it because obviously that's between me and him. But yeah, which comes into this area. So can you guys see this? Well, I can see what you're seeing actually on this other screen here right now. So you see this here, right? This area here, you see this chop there, get back up, and then we chop there and go higher, blah blah blah. Now this is an interesting point now, right? So we gotta start looking at this. To me, I'm like, I want to find a fucking range, right? So where's the fucking range? Yes, I know what the range is. I'd say it'll be this high to this low. That's the range, right? Which comes down to, remember I said 766? Look at how this all plays out really well now, okay? And I'm just going to touch on to this. I mean, you can use, let's just use this side, right? Let's use this side, right? Yeah, let's use this side. Right, so I'm going to change this color. And I'm going to make this purple, so it's separated, and you can see it's black, right? You see this? This is a range band environment. Range band how? I think that, yeah, the highlight use is much better. This mid-range is resistance. Smash above it. Come down, comes as a deviation, goes up to a high. So it makes the low to the high, okay? So that's the high there. Then we come back to this low here. Then what we do, we find resistance in the mid-range, break down, come back to low, mid-range, choppy in this area, find support, and off it goes. And then it comes back to range high. Now, the interesting bit is this now. Deal with this shit. The interesting bit is this. You see? Consolidation. Your left bum cheeks tell you the answer. Breakout, retest, and once we hold above it, we get above. Hold above it, yeah, there's a deviation. Hold support over here. Can you see? Breakout there. I'll probably do this one off this high here, off the daily. This high. That's the high there. Finds a deviation. The moment we break this bullish market structure goes up high over here because we're taking out this high there. Longer longs, what it is, this is consolidation, breakout, retest. Sorry. Fuck off. Consolidation, breakout, retest, expansion. That's your left bum cheeks. Your right bum cheeks, you can keep that to the side. You didn't have to worry about it. So that's that, right? So that I know I explained this right, and now I'm gonna touch into why explaining. Okay, going to the next set of targets. Okay. So we talked about, right, for a bearish play to go to 750, right? Now, once we get to here, the question is, do we find resistance and break down and go lower? And all I would like to see is this consolidation was a retest, right? So breakout, fast breakout, come back to a retest. It's like a fucking plane, man. Like, well, that's a really bad, that's a fucking sick, that's a bad joke. Sorry, I should say plane because that's going up high and going, no, take off, landing. That's better, landing. I was going to think of something fucked up there. But, so, it's like a plane though. That's what it is. All you got to do is just find the retest there. Now we got to look at this way. So if we're breaking down, we can play it level to level. Off this consolidate, this is another set of consolidation, but it's like higher highs, higher lows, and whatever. But really, it's this play here, 487. You see, 487 over there. Now the question is next is do we break? Why does he do that? I hate when he does that. The next question is, does he break down, find resistance, and start playing lower? Back into high? Because if we step back into this range, your right bum cheeks told you what the fuck we're doing in this range, right? So then we're playing high to mid, mid to low. Look at the high. The high is at $487, right? The mid is at $397. The low is at $307. And I was saying 366. 366. If it does this, so which comes back to this whole play. Let's fucking draw this out. This whole play. Right, let me draw this in a different colour. Which comes up. I can't fucking get it properly. There. Let's make that as a different colour. Let's make that as red. Not orange, yeah? So which comes down to this. You see how it is? All we've done is this, something like that. price has gone up, right? This is the accumulation. We talked about it early on. That's fucked up. Fuck it, let's do it like that, right? This is the accumulation. Fuck. This is the mother. This is the accumulation, right? And that's the breakout, right? This is the retest. That's the expansion, and all we're doing is coming back to this accumulation. That's all we're doing, right? So what we could do is do this, do something like that. This, that. Come back into this. Come back there. The moment we get back up there, break this high there. Let's go long it back to mid range, and then we're playing from high to mid to potentially low. But obviously, we're playing low, playing level to level. Reclaim this level, and this could be an accumulation. This all is an accumulation because we're coming back into this area here, and then all it is just a quick retest there, and then the moment it holds above it, get above the mid range at 762. Let's go level to fucking level, right? That's your level, and that's your level, and that's all we do. That's how you fucking play the game. Simple as that. Nothing complicated. Who gives a flying fuck if we're going up or down? You play it down. You play it down. You play it down. You play it up. You play it up. Boy, in bear market, what we do, we play it down. We can play the pullbacks. It's a scalp trade, a day trade, whatever you want to do, right? But play the pullbacks, right? Whenever you want to, or if you want to be safe, play the fucking bearish move, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you look at it, right? Looking at this, right? Let's have a look. Look at this, right? It's this. I mean, the market structure is quite horrible there. It's this was all distribution. This area here was all distribution up the top, and now I mean, look, we could potentially, if he reclaims $1,100, right? It's approximately that's 25% of the range. So if we do this for a bullish play, I mean, we're in the range. We're in the fucking. Let's have a look. Last week's range, right? We got the monthly open, right? This is how we're gonna do it. Tomorrow's a new day. We'll see what happens. If we reclaim, I mean, all this, to me, this is a range band environment over here between those two blocks, the two blue lines. It's all range band environment. Let me just make this a bit more bigger so you guys can see. I don't want to strain your eyes and shit like that. It's already late as it is. Oh. Let's go. So the bullish play is this, right? This is all a range band environment. If we hold above it, get above that 25% because we're holding range low. Like I said this on Friday. If you want to play the long, right, which is your clean validation will be here. And when I called it, I think you'll be in profit right now anyway, because it was below the monthly open. Right, your clean validation is below this, right? Hold above it, right? Let's go high to mid range and potentially retest what this blue box over here is Monday's range. So that's Monday's high, Monday's low. Retest Monday's low. Come into mid range, see if we break down, and let's go back lower. Or if we reclaim and hold above it, let's go to the next target. Target 1, target 2, and that's all we're doing. Range fucking bound play. That's all we're fucking doing. Get it? Makes sense? If we have a daily close below this range here, right? I mean, the market structure is like this, right? That's a low, right? That's a low. Let's do it in 4 hours. I think 4 hours makes a bit more sense. It looks a bit more nicer. Alright? I'm going to hide this and just show it here. Alright? So the range band play is this. That's the low. That's the higher high. That's the higher low. That's the higher high. We took out the fucking higher low. Come back down. And all we're doing is just chopping in this area. Break below here. Right? Let's fucking send this down. Off we go. Take out liquidity. Let's go to 760, 750. See if we go to 400, to 366. Let's go. Wherever it goes to $300, whatever. But the moment a point that I've done, actually, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to let you guys in a little secret. I've actually been putting spot bids from $400 below on Ethereum. I have been putting that there. I've got 4 spot bids. I got one at 400. No, sorry. Yeah, I got one at 400. I got one at 380. Another one at 360, 366. Was it about 360? Let's go 360. And my last one's at 340. So every $20 I put, that's my DCA, motherfuckers. Yeah, not the DCA that everyone's telling you. So if we come down, I've got like a nice little amount of spot bids there. It hits. I'm willing to take a loss on that one if it goes lower. But I do believe we're gonna have another bull run. I do think so. I think we're gonna call it a day actually. So let's chat quickly, and then you guys can ask me any questions. We'll ask you any questions, and then you know what, we've been sidetracked a lot. But yeah, so I do think that we are gonna have another run, in my opinion. He's outbidding me. Yeah, I do believe we're gonna have another run, in my opinion, and he all comes. He front. Yeah, but you say he will front run me. I gave you my bias. It's all good. I'll buy up if I have to buy up. All right. Honestly, you know when people say like, oh yeah, your front, like your spot buys and stuff like that, like, and don't place bids and stuff like that. Just watch it. Like, look, I most of the time I don't place bids, and I don't really use this whole like the place bids kind of thing. I don't do that. I market buy. A reason why I market buy is that if price is showing me that's bullish market structure, why do I need to do, if I'm confident in my, like a spot buy, if I'm confident in the longs, put the buy in. My stop loss is at a certain number. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. So that's the way I tend to play things. But I do have, I'm just letting you know, I do have bids placed at for $400 and below. Okay. So what's it? Thank you guys. I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate the love there you guys have showed me. Smash the likes. I really appreciate that. So George just asked me, do you think that the ETH merge is priced in? Tough one, you know. I don't think the ETH merge will do much. I did think so. I did think at first. I don't think it'll do anything. I don't think it could. It looks. It well could be it could be well priced in, but at the same time, what I would say is we'll have to measure it when the time comes. We'll have to see how the price works at the same time. Because when the beacon chain came out on Ethereum, we dumped below it, right? It's a sell off. It's like buy the news, like buy the rumor, sell the news. And this factor right now is sell the fucking rumor, right? That's what we're doing right now. It's selling the fucking rumor. That's fucked up, to be honest. So in my opinion, in terms of the ETH merge, I think, let's have a look. I'm just having a look at ETHBTC briefly. I think actually, you know what? Let's fucking touch this quickly and then we call it a day, because it's really fucking late. For those who doesn't remember, what I've got is this. Quickly, weekly. Let's go my daily. I'm just only going to touch this, and then I've explained it to you before, but I want to do it again one more time. Go range low, range high, and we're just playing within the range. We've got below it over here, and all we've done, we found resistance in this area. So I don't enjoy it. Resistance. We'll come back up, and we'll come back there, and then we got below. When I got below here, I'm like, okay, this looks like a deviation of the range. Oh, motherfucker! I got ashes on my fucking thingy. Keyboard. I need to hoover this up, man. Fuck. Don't smoke, guys. I'll clean it up in a bit. Okay, let's finish up. So that's one, yeah? So the deviation of the range, right? Now the second thing is, right, we got this. If you go on the 4 hours, so let's go on the hourly, for example. I drew this, right? So I drew this. I drew a trend line, right? And what we got here, as we can see, right, is this. Trend line came down, it bounced on it, got below it. I didn't retest it, but we got below it, and we did a retest here. So to me, in my view, is this, right? So now I've got to look at what's happening now. I mean, look, we could actually retest this low here. We could come back and retest this area. So the question is, do we retest it and break down? The moment we get back below here, then that's your trigger to enter for short, right? Or do we do this? We retest it, but we smash above it and hold it. We hold it, then we're now stepped into this range. So what is this range here? I'm going to draw it. Range high to range low, and we play mid range to range high, and that's what we're doing. All right, so we play level to level. So we've got to be a bit more cautious. I am short on Ethereum and I'm short on BTC, but I have my validations, and we'll see what happens. So tomorrow we'll do the Dainks daily trade at 10:15 UK time. Hopefully you can attend it, and if you can't, you can always watch it and learn about it as well. We'll mark out plans, and we'll go from there. All right. So that's it for me. Georgia says, I think that there's so much fear right now. Everyone waits to go lower, but as soon as they announce the day of the merge, I really believe we'll have a good run. Yeah, it's possible, Georgius. I think you could be well right. I won't take that away. All right. I won't. What I'm looking for is to see how the market reacts. I believe, just like typically what happens when it comes to the market, you have something what we call back in 2017. The guys who was here at 2017 will know what I'm talking about. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Right. So when there was a rumor saying like, oh yeah, there's a rumor of the merge, for example, right? The merge is going to come out in August, so everyone's buying Ethereum. Everyone's buying Ethereum, and what happened is when the merge is announced, then we start fucking selling into it, and we have a massive pullback. And then the question is this, right? So if price is something like this, right? Let me just go here. So, like, we're buying in the rumor, and we do this, right? Okay, and then the moment the announcement comes, right? The announcement comes, we start selling into it. And then we can either go lower, right? And whatever, or do we come back up and hold above this high and let's go higher? So if we do something like that, happy days. But if we do something like this, like we come back down and come off this low, let's short it back down to 750 and beyond. Okay, does that make a bit of sense, guys? That's my view and on the chart in terms of merge and whatnot. And yeah, man, I'm gonna call it a night. It is bloody late. It's midnight here. You guys have been a fucking star. Love to you guys. You got Kundo here, we got Mahir here, we got Georgia's Vegeta, Cryptique, we got too many mans, and women. We got Amar here, shout out to Bam Bam Bitcoin, with Derry, my brother. We got John is here, another brother here, Khalil's. You guys are my brothers and sisters, man. So bless you guys. Jay, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Call it a night, and hopefully you guys find some benefit of it. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. And we'll go from there. See you guys tomorrow, alright? Take care.